Welcome everybody. It is Reindeer Games Handwork Day. I'm Tammy and this is
Madeline, also known as Maddie. So it looks like most of this stuff is my specialty.
Oh.
We have many things for the reindeer games for handwork. I'll just do this one now because it's in my hand. We have these hangers. They come in two sizes. I think this is about 8 inches, maybe 10 inches, and this is a 6-inch one. It's for all those little things that I love to do. So that's one thing. And we have...
we've got some of your ornaments.
Yes. This is one of my designs. Here's the sample of it. He was so much fun to do. And I have these little lights here. He was too sophisticated without the lights, so I had to add the lights just to make it an ugly sweater, which it isn't.
True. No, it really turned out cute. So these are on our reindeer games. Maddie, do you want to talk about some of your thread that you use?
I
love some bundles
to work with wool thread. When your color matches the wool, it just blends right in. You don't see all that stitching. And the way that I like to work my pieces, I don't really like to see all that thread. I want to see the picture, the artwork, so that's where I would use the wool threads. When I do want to see a thread, then I'll use an embroidery floss, and I'll use 2 or 3, even up to 6 strands of thread, or the Valdanis. The Valdanis are great for that as well, because you only have one thread and you don't have to separate anything. But that's where I'm going to want to see my threads. So in our bundles, we have the traditional Christmas, red, gold, and green. And others that I use a lot of.
Neutrals. Great neutrals that you've got here.
The gray, white, and black.
Yeah, those are super.
Which I've had to replace a few times already.
Okay.
And the needles that I like are, when I'm using embroidery floss, 1 strand, 2 strands, I like the number 8 embroidery needle. And the other, when I'm doing multiple layers of wool, the Bowen 24 chenille needles are the best. They have a nice big eye, they glide through smoothly, and they're not too long.
Good. Okay.
Another favorite, is, you've got to have them if you're serious about wool, are the tweezers. In some of the pieces that I do, like even on here, when I'm putting the cuffs on or the band at the top,
they're pretty tiny. So
they
you
are.
need those, yeah.
And when you're peeling off the paper on the back and putting it in place, this just helps. I don't know about you. I haven't had a manicure in a long time. And so, my fingers catch the wool and, shifts it all the time. So tweezers are a girl's best friend.
Yes, they are. Okay. Well, we also have our little macaron. These are the Sweet and Sharp macaron for your needles. And we've got pistachio, which is a greeny color, and we've got the pink that are on Reindeer Games. Now, I've seen these, and I personally hadn't used them until somebody just told us some things about them. They're not only do you put your needle in and it sharpens the needle for you, it's magnetic, so acts as a needle minder, but apparently it also polishes your needle.
Which I knew nothing about.
I honestly didn't know either. So that is an important step in needlework and handwork.
And it's not like polishing the silver. This will go much faster. And it glides through your stuff.
That's it. Oh, we've got our
needle threaders.
Needle threaders, thank you. These ones, how many are in this pack?
3.
3. Oh, okay. So you've got 3 in a pack. That's good. That's good.
And they're nice and big.
Yeah.
So that you have a nice piece here to hold on to.
Right.
But when I use them, I always hold on to my
the metal portion,
fine wire part.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could pull it right out.
Yeah, that can happen.
Another favorite is the snippies. scissors. What's nice about these is they're curved, so you can snip off your threads without cutting
Without worrying you're going to go
or
into
your
it.
wool. And they have the protector in the package.
Right.
Another thing is, this is marking pens.
Yes.
So this is the Clover white marking pen. When you are marking a dark fabric for your wool, like if you had to draw some accent lines or
Right.
in the ears or whatever on a dark color, you use this pen. But when you first use it, you know, you mark that line, it's like, that's
Doesn't
just
show.
not working.
Yeah.
You know? So go away and come back within a couple minutes.
Yes.
And the line is
It's
there.
there.
And it comes off easy.
Now, friction pens, these are for heat. So when you apply them to your fabric, I have never used these on wool. I've used them
I
on
use them
fabric.
on wool all the time.
okay.
Yeah. On white.
On white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a really light color, you know, that you're not going to see a white marking pen on.
Right. So these, though, what you're going to do is when you're trying to draw your lines, for example, if you're doing a pile of half square triangles and you want to have that line down the center to for demarcation on your 1/4 inch, these are great. You know, you've got them and just run the iron over them as you're setting your seams and that line is gone.
So today, I was doing the face on this little ornament that I'm making. And it's a different way to do the eyes. So first I had to sew these little gray circles and then put the black French knots and then, you know, draw a line for the nose and the mouth and I think in the hair. But when I was sewing, and I had all that drawn on my piece, and I started to sew one of the gray circles on, the other one popped off. So it's like, okay, well, I'll just go iron that back on. So I put it down, put the iron on it, and everything
was
disappeared.
gone.
So try
Yes.
to get those little pieces sewn on before you put the friction pen on.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was so easy to go back and re-draw it. But that is a, you know,
Yeah, that does
something
happen.
you have to
be
pay
aware of
attention
that.
to. Yeah. Yeah.
So now there's something else that's kind of new that's come to Quilter's Cupboard over the last few months. We've introduced cross stitch.
I'm addicted already.
Yes. It's a lot of fun. We're bringing in lots and lots of new patterns. But the reality is you've got to build up a supply. Not a lot of supplies, but you do need some things. So in today's deals, we have our floss keeper, which is a big favorite of mine. I like my floss organized. If any of you watched one of our videos earlier in the fall, you saw how Tammy kept her floss. I kept mine better because we use these. These are wonderful, great tools to have. Our hoops, you can buy them in a 3-pack or individually. Those will also be on Reindeer Games. One thing that we've started bringing in, and any of you that are Lori Holt fans will know about this, these are needle minders. And so if you have your Aida cloth on your hoop and you're working away, you have this magnetic needle minder that attaches. So whenever you stop, you simply drop it onto your minder, walk away, you don't lose your needle. They're great, a great thing to have. And
She sold me on it.
I did. And we're all sold out.
This one.
Yeah, because it's wool.
Of course.
So we have got the barn and some sheep and the daisy. Look at this. So if you're working on a big piece, this is a great one to have. The other item that we're going to be doing in today's reindeer deal is these are a packet of Lori Holt Be Basic DMC floss. Basically, these are all of the colors that she has in a lot of her cross-stitch patterns. We've had a few in. However, we cannot keep them in. They just go out the door. as
People
quick
come
as,
in and say, "Oh, you do cross stitch now? Oh, great! Where are
Yeah.
the patterns?"
and then that's it, and they're
Yeah,
gone. So
yeah.
we're working really hard to get more and more in.
And different colors of the Aida cloth as well.
Yes. So, and we're also playing around with some 14 count, 16 count, 18, and now we're looking into some of the linens. So there's a lot of really exciting things coming with handwork. I hope everybody really enjoys it as much as I do and as much as Maddie does now.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, they've got some great things, and especially for our long winters, it's nice to have something to do with our hands.
I can't just sit and watch TV. I have to be doing something, and so like this was the perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
I do a lot of
Well, a
wool
lot of
work in front of
wool.
the TV, but
Yeah.
I like doing different things.
No,
so,
I think
yeah.
it's great. And as I say, any of you that are a Lori Holt fan, if you follow her, you'll see, sorry, she has a lot of new cross stitch coming out. And we're trying to kind of get on that bandwagon, if you will. So you'll see us packaging like this, all these colors together. So it makes it easier for you.
And we both do classes.
Yes.
Tammy teaches the cross stitch
Yeah,
class.
and Maddie teaches the wool class. So there's anytime anybody has questions, please don't hesitate. Come on in, we'll answer them.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
happy to help you.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is it for reindeer games for today for handwork. Maddie?
Yay!
That's
Give her
great.
a hand.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I hope that you find something that you like, and we'll
will.
see you again tomorrow.
Yes.
Bye now.
Bye now.